Good afternoon, Colorado Springs Rentals. This is Rob Thompson, licensed agent with the agency and one of the admins in the group you're probably watching this video in. I wanted to talk to you today about a question that doesn't happen very often, but it does happen occasionally, and that is, what happens if the house that you're buying is not ready the day before walkthrough or ready in time for closing? And this can take the form of a couple different ways. Maybe there's additional damage. Maybe some repairs didn't get done. Maybe the house needs to be cleaned. All of these are scenarios that can most often be worked through. For example, in our recent history here in Colorado Springs, we had that massive hailstorm come through, so we have quite a lot of roofs that are and siding that's damaged. What do you do? What if you can't get it done in time? Well, first and foremost, if it's that large of a scale of work, you might need to ask the question, does closing need to be extended? If you're replacing a roof or you haven't got the quote yet or insurance is still battling it, your best bet is probably to extend closing. Another option might be, can the seller pay a vendor for the work needed, depending on what it is. If it's a fence, if it's something of that nature, not structural to the home maybe, and again, this is not legal advice, but it's just an option. Maybe the seller can prepay a vendor. Maybe the fence guy can't come out for a week, but you want to close. Can they prepay that vendor? It's a question to ask. Maybe closing needs to be extended if it's a roof or something of that nature. Another option you can ask about is called the escrow holdback, and that is where a seller may be making, for example, $10,000 on the sale of a home. Maybe there's a repair that's $3,000. Title can sometimes hold back money from the seller's proceeds in the form of what's called an escrow holdback. So the seller would be paid $7,000 and $3,000 would be being held for the repair. If the repair doesn't amount to $3,000, maybe it's $2,700. Title pays $2,700 to the vendor and then sends the sellers another check for $300 once all that is cleared up. For escrow holdback, though, you need to be careful and make sure you're talking to the agent, talking to the lender. If it's a material defect on the house, and that is if it's something fundamental that affects maybe the ability of the home to be lended on, then the lender probably needs to know. So that's what happens if your house is not ready for walkthrough. During the walkthrough, you can schedule the work. You can prepay a vendor. You may have to extend closing based on the scale. Maybe you do an escrow holdback. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Bye.